Now, from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. It's going to be a wet one. Here we go from the second city. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
Here we go.
Once again, it's Walker. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively.
Brings up third down and 9.
Third down and 9.
Seven Pirates. Come on. Set. Viking 18.
Willis to throw. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Seattle.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He'll work forward for a couple. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready? Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready?
Throwing is Willis. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
3rd and 7. Throwing, Willis. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Throwing, Willis. And the throw left sideline caught. They rule incomplete. Couldn't keep the feet in. And it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 60 Eagles.
Willis. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
To throw is Willis. Looking Smith and Jigba's way again, and again a catch. He's taken down just shy of the 10. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Trap 50, trap 50. Buffalo 18.
Willis now to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
19 Lions, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, Warriors 70.
Here's Willis. Defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Okay, great.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down.
Cougar 19, 60 Maverick, 60, 18, Pioneer. Ready,
To throw, here's Willis. And he's in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his third touchdown catch this year.
And that's a really important opening drive here, Mike. You think back a week ago, there was a lot of disappointment. It was a long week of practice, a lot of questions that had to be answered inside that building. So you want to come and show, hey, last week is over. We are a lot better than how we looked then, and you can't do it a lot better than that.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Look wide, get this one complete. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's trying to get upfield, but cannot do it. Now backwards to the 2.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Third and long. Now Willis. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So the two sides going to make that long walk to the other end of the field. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. That'll be returnable from the 35. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now the former Buckeye, it's Travion Henderson. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready. Here we go. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete. We're trying to locate Travion Henderson out of the backfield. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
Ready up. Go, Reed. Go. Let's go now. Viking, 18, 79, go. Go.
Willis now to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A run, and this is Henderson. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 4.
Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Ready.
Again, it's Henderson. And he will get into the end zone. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Chicago. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Gonzalez tacks on the extra point. And the Bears will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Shaheed now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks take
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
18. Johnny Lions. Dragon 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. And as for much more, 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Here we go.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Panther Street.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll carry nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Back to throw. Get this complete to Horton. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
19.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Moving outside the pocket. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7.
Okay,
We'll
ready?
come back to Soldier Field. Following this,
Come on, come on.
he'll drop to throw. Forced out wide. And sensing the pressure, he's just going to cover up and go down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they're going to hold up here and pass the turnover.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional, and this is a great example here. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
To return, it's Shaheed. And some nifty running on the return, but then some good yardage before he was taken down.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Check, hurt, hurt. Check, smash, check, smash. 60, go.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a beat of a yard. It is 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. Slant, Smith and Jigba has it. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
A gain of 18 on the
Tiger
play.
60, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Second and 10.
2nd and 10.
46-yard line.
Hawk 70, 60 Maverick.
Willis to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready?
It's a gain of 10.
Viking,
First down, Seahawks.
Now, faking the give, forced to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Rapid, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Throwing, Willis. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
Gain of 17 yards. That's another Seahawks.
Come on.
First down.
Viking, 18.
First and 10 at the 19-yard
Throwing
line.
is Willis. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Willis. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. To throw is Willis. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Udi's kick is good. And the Seahawks get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. Three-point, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
At the 30-yard line.
On the ground, here is Henderson. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Once more, it's Henderson. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down at the 14-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Here's a second and 9. Up the middle, it's Henderson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Gibbons on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up third and 7.
Back, ready.
Throwing now from the gun. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown Bears. That is first touchdown of the new year. Gonzalez now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Let's go. 65, 70, Timberwolves.
To throw, here's Willis. On the run to the right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down.
Panther 6. Here we go. Here we go.
And the Seahawks.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Just shy of midfield. Here's second down.
Ready. Johnny Lions. Ready.
They'll run here with Walker. And And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
That's good for the Seahawks.
18 rounders. Come on.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Captain 60. Dragon 60.
Willis now to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2.
19 Tiger. Check.
Shotgun run now with Walker. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. The struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And that is incomplete. Contact, but flash. Going to be 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
First and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Ready, go.
On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
He'll come up here on second down and 5.
Here we go. Start.
To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. First and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. So, from 37, here's second down and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Bears. First down.
Bronco switch.
First and 10 at the 26.
On the give, it's Henderson.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
He'll look to throw. Rolling right. He'll try to run for it.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of the first.
So here is Zane Gonzalez in a pressure situation. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot. your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Deputy! Cougar 19!
Willis now to throw. In the middle, Smith and Jigba with the ground. And he's going to be taken down to the 37. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
19, ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Walker.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Throwing, Willis. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I tell you, after the game, he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes out.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18, go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
13-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. It's second down.
Panther 11, ready.
Hill look to throw. The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. Julian Love, the former Notre Dame star, with the good coverage, and he's able to knock that one away. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Zach Hill.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. 3.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Come on, come on.
2nd and 6.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Willis to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Now he takes off. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Rangers, Hawk 70, Hawk, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Here's Willis. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Hey, Purple 80, Warrior 70. Ready,
They'll drop to throw. That one. Corey Horton. Touchdown Seahawks. So though they're not level yet, a critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. To return is Ricky Pearsall. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
They'll run into the secondary, past the 40. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
48-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Bears. First down.
They'll stick to the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. On the handoff, Henderson. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. That is caught outside on the RTO. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. So here is Zane Gonzalez in a pressure situation. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. This is 1st and 10. Throwing Willis. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Jacob Parrish on the coverage.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 19 tight, 19 tight, 19 Lions. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, right?
Now Willis. He's going to try it here again. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
That is incomplete with 1 second left on the clock.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide, we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now it brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
So this one in the win column